This is Image City Photography Gallery's newest show, and here for his first of 3 visits with us as a visiting artist is Clyde Comstock.
So this coming exhibit, I'm going to be showing 8 photos from Costa Rica. We traveled there maybe 3 years ago or so, and my intention was to get a lot of animal and bird photos, and I certainly was able to do that.
I bet you did on the birds. I bet the birds were a lot of fun. Are you going to show those in a future show?
Actually, I'm going to have the birds in this one too.
Oh, okay, good.
So I think I've got 6 birds and then 5 birds and 3 other, the sloth, an alligator, a crocodile, and then a view from the top of Monteverde looking across to the ocean. They always talk about how bad the roads are. And I knew that before I went there. I did not expect it to be like it was. There are 3-foot potholes all over the place, and you're just lumbering through these huge holes. Astonishing. But the friendliest people I've ever met. We were there, I guess, 2 weeks. We were on a tour and with a group of, I think we had about 16 people, and traveled around started in San Juan, went up into the forests of Monteverde, and then down to the coast. And then the group left, and there was, I think, 6 of us who stayed and went to an eco lodge on the other coast and did touring by water most of the time there. And that was amazing. It took a full day from San Jose to get there, taking this long bus ride on the roads that are awful. And then probably a 2.5-hour boat ride into the place where the eco lodge was. And then there's no cars or anything. You only get around by walking or boat. It was fascinating.
But that was a fun trip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Your wife went with you, is that right?
Yes, yeah. It was the only time my camera ever died on me, though. I had a Canon 7D, and I had a full lens, or a camera cover on it that covered the whole thing because it was raining so much, so I could shoot in the rain. And it must have leaked in there somehow one time when I was out shooting hummingbirds, and that shut down. But I was able to just dry off the contacts, and luckily it worked again, because I was like, God, I'm halfway through this trip. My camera is dead. There's no way I'm going to do anything about it there. But luckily it worked.
Well, you were fortunate that you were able to dry it off and get it working again then. That worked out well, yeah. Tell me about this brown-throated sloth. So that's an interesting photograph. I like that.
In Costa Rica, they have a bunch of different kinds of sloths. And I kind of expected to see them, hanging in the trees like teddy bears, looking all cute and everything. But it's raining. Most of the time they are soaked, and they're way up in a tree. So if you're looking up in the tree, which has a lot of leaves and branches, most of the time you can't even see it. And it took the guide to tell us where it was, pointed out to us, and then I could finally find it, and I'd track it with my camera lens. And then if I looked away, I would have a hard time finding it again. And for the most part, they were dark and soaked, but still kind of cool looking. But this one happened to be one of our rare sunny days. And we were walking down this hiking path, and the guide pointed it out to us. So I got the best pictures of a sloth that I gotten. But the sloth didn't look like the ones you see hanging in the tree like usual. When I got this photograph, it was moving up the branch. And I thought it really looked like a person in a sloth suit, because the expression on its face was, wow, it was amazing. And whenever I look at it still, I'm kind of creeped out by it.
Thank you, Clyde, and we hope visitors will come to the gallery to see your photographs and the other photographs we have on display at 722 University Avenue in Rochester.